Out here in the vast blue of the Vivikilko system, we find Elysium IV, with its red continents and blue oceans. It is a tropical planet, with humid storms that cover its surface. Life, however, has thrived immensely on this world. Its dense atmosphere not preventing life from evolving into a multitude of various forms. And here on the shore, we find the long-nosed feather deer. A mother and her young forage through the sands, looking for small-shelled creatures to break open and eat. They are a fascinating life form. But it is not where we shall be exploring today. For deep inside Elysium IV's oceans, we shall find where life began on this quaint world. The oceans on Elysium IV have been here since the earliest days of its existence. And the life that lives all across the planet started here. In order to find these life forms, we must dive deep into the oceans of Elysium IV, where just under the surface, a very beautiful sight can be found on the seafloor. Sunshine coral is a very unique creature that fills a very important role in these oceans. Their light is used as communication, while also being a form of algae that lives just inside of its porous surface. Swimming above this light show, we find the round-toothed snakefish, Ophis aquadentalis, a jawless creature that feeds on the very smallest of creatures that float in the water. Being very slow, gentle creatures, they use their 4 front fins and the tail fluke at the end of their very flexible tail to move very gracefully through the ocean. With no centralized nervous system, they are very simple in their life. Moving, eating, and breeding are all that they know. But being such a simple life form, it is perfect for them, showing that simplicity is sometimes more elegant of a survival tactic. Some are far more active. Phantoma aquae, the ocean phantom. In spite of its name, it is quite a harmless creature, only floating and taking in the nutrients from dying other animals as a scavenger. And they are also one of the creatures that become more active at night, when there are many other creatures also active. With 4 large fins for being able to turn on a dime, an armored head, and a giant, gaping, toothed mouth. The snakefish have truly wandered into some dangerous territory. The beast goes in for a strike, and yet it continues to miss. That is because this creature is an eyeless Goliath Fiorg, an eyeless predator that uses its ability to sense electromagnetic fields around it to sense where its prey is. So why are the snakefish giving the Fiorg such a problem? It is because of a survival tactic that the snakefish have evolved over all these years. The snakefish are able to generate an electromagnetic field just directly around them, creating a very strong signal just outside of their reach. The Fiorg continues to strike and continues to miss. As it continues to swim, it continues to get more annoyed. And keeps getting more interested in our cameraman. Fiorgs are thankfully completely nocturnal, so as the sun rises, we know that safety is upon us. Elysium IV's oceans in the day are a very calm sight. Snakefish doing their dance. Red seaweed flows in the ocean currents, and a school of creatures begins their morning swim. The toxic albinose paddlefish, Albus nasus toxicus, a specific type of grouping fish that swims in these oceans with a very unique movement style. Their long, paddle-like tails help them stay in mostly straight lines, every once in a while spinning in circles as forms of communication. As well as swimming thousands of units per day, these creatures are also incredibly toxic. Their scales secreting a type of poison that, if ingested, can cause paralysis and even death. Many of the creatures inside of these oceans have evolved to process it, but tourists every year are still found dead after having tried fishing and eating this creature. As the oceans spread out into the great deep, there are many hundreds of other fish that live within these waters. And out of those hundreds and hundreds of fish species, they all had to evolve from somewhere. This is one of the earliest creatures to evolve on Elysium IV, as far as scientists know. This is a Scarlet Sea Gourd, a type of creature that lives on the bottom of the ocean, and recent genetic testing has proven them to be one of the earliest creatures to have evolved on Elysium IV. In spite of their very simplistic lifestyle, they are the ones who provide the bioluminescent algae for the use of the sunshine coral. Even since the earliest days of this planet, their usefulness in the ecosystem has not changed and has simply grown to encompass an even larger amount of creatures, making the smallest of creatures have the biggest of impacts.